Alright, y'all. So, if any of you have seen any of my other content, you know where I stand on what's going on in the world right now. I'll talk about it in a minute, but I want to touch on something first. The hate and division that's going on both sides right now, it's what they want. And I know it's really, really easy to hate MAGA supporters right now. Like, the easiest thing on the planet. But I'm going to challenge you to do something harder. Something that they wouldn't be willing to do. Because they don't care about people. I'm going to challenge you to remember that the people pulling the strings have spent billions of dollars buying the places that these people get their information. The people pulling the strings have spent billions of dollars creating stories that will feel like righteousness to their followers. And they've also spent billions of dollars discrediting anybody who doesn't agree with them. So I personally have a lot of family and a lot of people that I know to be decent human beings who have been duped by this system. And I want to come from a place of love, and it's getting harder by the day to do that. Trust me, I understand. It is so easy to just be like, ugh, God, another MAGA supporter, really? Like, how are you so blind? And the reason is, they're not getting the information we have. They're not. And the information that does come to light publicly that they can't ignore gets so spun that the other side doesn't even listen to it. Matter of fact, they've got them so trained that most of the time, if they see anything that initially says anything bad about Trump, bad about MAGA, bad about anything, they just scroll on to protect their peace. Or they'll listen to the first 2 seconds, hear that it's something that it's against what's going on, not even listen to the rest of the video, jump in the comment section, and just spew their same lines that they've been fed. I can't tell you how many people in my life refused to watch the videos of the Renee Good and Alex Preddy murders. And let's not forget that they're not the only 2 lives that have been taken by ICE just this month. Okay? They're like breaking double digits at this point. Like, especially if the man with the brain damage doesn't make it. Like, are we okay that they've ramped up? And that's just the people that we know of. You know, there's thousands of people who are missing in ICE captivity is what I'm going to call it, because let's just call it what it is, because I'm not calling it detention, because they're not in school, first of all, and they didn't do shit wrong except for try to have a better life, most of them. So when literally more than 70% of the people in their custody have done absolutely nothing other than come here, what the hell are we doing? Also, for any of you who are still towing the, I don't want to get political, I'm not a political person, wake up. Wake the fuck up. I'm sorry, but politics affect every single one of us. Every single one of us. I used to be one of those naive people who was like, I'm an independent, I'll look at the policies when it comes time to do a vote, but the rest of the year, the rest of the 4 years, I'm kind of like, I don't care, don't talk to me about politics, right? But that's not the world we're living in anymore. We don't have that ability at this point, you know? Like, they've created a situation where they've forced this division because the things they're doing are so diabolical that it makes it appear that anybody who still supports their policies supports this diabolical things that are going on and the lack of accountability. I mean, hello, the Epstein files. Any of y'all scrolling through them? The 3 million files that they released, and they still have at least 3 million more to go. And some of the things that were redacted are clearly they've redacted something that shouldn't have been redacted. You know, like a communication between a certain about to be trillionaire and Ghislaine Maxwell, where he said, hey, redacted name told me you're about to have a party. Wanted to see if I could come down, you know? And why is that name redacted? I'm pretty sure the only thing that was supposed to be redacted in these files is victim information. Personally identifiable victim information. So whoever that is, why are they hiding that? Why are they hiding that? Because I guarantee you it wasn't a victim. Telling Mr. Cybertruck that there was a sex party happening. It wasn't. So, I don't know. All of the bills that are argued in your local government, in Congress, in the Senate, whatever, every single one of those bills are public record while they are being discussed. What is being proposed in the bill before it is ever agreed upon or signed is public record. And it is our duty as citizens of this country to take that more seriously than we've been taking, because these people got a bill in Alabama in Trump's first presidency to bring gas in as a method for lethal criminal, trying to find a word that I can use here that's not going to get this video immediately flagged. We'll call it corporal punishment. Whatever. Capital punishment. There it is. Capital punishment in Alabama in 2018. They got that through because they're using the cost of lethal injections as why they wanted to go that route. However, here's the deal. The reason that those drugs are so expensive is because the billionaires who are running these pharmaceutical companies and the DOJ are the only people who know about the negotiations, who know about the price, who know about how many vials they're getting, who know about any of that. They literally in the bill got it like, shh, nobody can know. We don't even know what companies they're working with. Doesn't that seem sketchy? And then now the HB 1119 that is on its way to getting passed is going to bring that torturous capital punishment to yet another state. Bet you can guess what color that state would be on a map of how they vote. Yeah, another red state. Illinois. So here's the deal. We're not cool with y'all bringing gas chambers, even though you're using the mask. It's not a chamber. It's a That's semantics, y'all. We're not cool with you killing people with gas in America. And we're not cool with the fact that it takes like sometimes 20 to 30 minutes for that person to die. And that whole time, their body is clearly in pain. They're suffering the whole time. That seems like a clear and obvious Eighth Amendment violation against cruel and unusual punishment. That's fucking torture. The last 30 minutes they have on this planet is slowly suffocating to death? Nah. No. They've already killed 8 people using that method, even though it is still being fought in court about it being unconstitutional. But you ain't hearing about it. You know why? Because it's coming from a propaganda state. This is part of the plan. They're building concentration camps all over the damn country. They've completely unregulated the lethal injection throughout the whole country. They can just navigate that however they want. We don't get to know who's giving them the drugs. We don't get to know how this negotiation is happening, but the taxpayers are paying for that. And I'm talking hundreds of thousands of dollars, apparently, per dose. Why?